Welcome back to the Meeple Marathon and our continued coverage of Dinosaur World by Pandasaurus Games. This is going to be my storage solution video. Now, for any of you who stuck around to the end of the unboxing video, I kind of started unpunching stuff and putting it into the provided insert because I was under the impression that the insert was going to hold everything, including the expansions, but I was wrong. What I was recalling was that they had originally were looking at broken token inserts that, due to a whole lot of, politics and things like that that I'm not going to get into, they are going with another insert, but whether it's folded space or eRaptor or something like that, it's going to be able to hold all the current expansion content as well. But what they have provided you with was not meant to hold all the expansion content. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. So understanding that, I tried to fit everything in the box and it just wasn't working. This really, you wouldn't think it, but this is a beast of a game. And there's a lot in here. There's a lot of cardboard in here. So what I ended up doing, because I took this over to a friend's house to play it for the first time, was like reading the rules of the expansion. I was like, we should probably start with just the base game first, just to get our feet under us. So I have gotten all of the expansion content into one of the expansion boxes. So all three of the instruction pamphlets are sitting on top. And then what I have here are just three of these. I think these are the 3-ounce size craft jars, 3-ounce or 4-ounce. It does not say on the back, but I will put a link in the description below. These are, you can easily find these at craft stores, Amazon, things like that. But each one of these 3-ounce jars holds all of the dinosaurs for their particular expansion. You can see they're all just in there. They also each hold the die, the unique die that comes with the expansion. Those are all in there. And I just went ahead and bagged up all the cardboard coins for myself because I have the metal ones. I just threw those in there. But you can see that within here, I also have the algae tokens. They are those little tiny punch outs, which people are not a big fan of, but they easily fit in there with the dinosaurs. And then I just took all of the stacks, divide them up into two, and they just kind of sit on top. It's very simple. Obviously, I took the insert out to get all this in there, but I'm pretty happy with all of my expansion material fitting into one of these smaller size boxes that will fit somewhere on my shelf somewhere. So let's push that off to the side. That being said, what we are about to see is my storage solution for Dinosaur World, and this should work easily without question for the retail copy or the Kickstarter copy. So right off the bat, as soon as we get the instruction manual out of the way, you're going to see a very important part of this storage solution. So what I have done here is taken some of my little bit boxes. Again, I get these off of Amazon. They come in like 12 packs. Can never have enough of these lying around. These are the perfect size to fit everything. They also leave everything. They are completely flush with all of the cardboard put in there as it's meant to. But essentially, I get the game out now and I just hand this to whoever wants green and whoever wants blue, and all of their materials are in here. All of their DNA markers, all of their Meeple upgrades, their Meeple, all of, I give each one of them a, plus 10, plus 20, 50, 100 point marker, all that stuff. So basically everybody has a unique little thing. They can dump it all out if they want, or they can just pop this lid open here and pull out the stuff as they need to. But these were the perfect height, perfect size, that they all fit in here like this. They don't raise the box lid up at all. And what is sitting next to them is actually the replacement turn order board. So I mentioned in the unboxing video that I couldn't quite remember why they were giving us a new board, but it was because of, at least in transport and the way all the cardboard was sitting before it was unboxed was crushing the board. And mine does have a bend in it. Almost all of them have a bend in it. But for right now, it still functions. It's still working. So I'm actually going to go with the one that has just a little bend in it and keep this one nice and clean. But you can see that those 4 things fit right next to this and keep this thing really from sliding around. So if you've got the backup board, that fits in here too. All right, our 3 big island boards are sitting on top. At this point, everything should be pretty standard. Then your DNA boards, I'm trying to, as I play them, flip them over like this and like this, so store them sometimes down, store them sometimes up, because they are getting warped a little bit. And I know I live in a humid climate here in North Carolina, so that's probably part of it, but it is a little obnoxious that when you put your Meeple token here, these are bending up on the ends, and the Meeple tokens kind of can get lost underneath your board here. I really wish that they had created a cutout like they did here to drop your little Meeple token into, one that you could just barely get your finger around, just like this. Give me just this right here, right along here. You know, bump this over. You could easily change the iconography here so that everything stayed the same. One of my few minor gripes about the game. All right, here is the one that's provided. You can see where it was getting bent. I don't know if it's going to get bent more, but that's why I'm using this one as kind of a test dummy to see if it continues to get bent. Then I'm just going to leave this in there and I'll play with the other one, but keep it on top. But this is essentially where this is meant to be, right there. All right, so then underneath here, you have what appears to be pretty obvious. Now, I went ahead and took another one of those bit storage bins and put all the boredom tokens in there. Just that way I can pop this open, pass this around the table during the rounds. Those are sitting on top of the cards, and there's still room if you wanted to sleeve these cards. And then these 3 dice here, I keep this guy a little separate so he's easy to find. And then all of my Meeples, unique Meeples, are just bagged up right here. I didn't feel like these were necessary because literally you're gonna end up dumping these out no matter what. I have some wooden bowls that I put these in for the first playthrough, and one of the guys that was sitting at the table ended up dumping them out anyways because they are kind of small. You're picking out specific ones. Everybody's got their fingers in it, so he's just like, screw it, and he just kept dumping them out and then he'd clean them back up. So these are almost always going to get dumped, so just keep them in a baggie. Your DNA dice are then under there, sitting under there. And then I have one of these. Now, you could keep these bagged up and fit all 3 dinosaur types, the green, the purple, and the red from the base game, fit them into here. But you kind of have to then mess with them, get them all perfect so that everything lays flat. You could also just dump them in this well, but then you can't get your round summary cards out from underneath, and this is essentially where those are supposed to be. So I have one of my standard size super stacker boxes where I was able to get all the greens and all the purples into this one super stacker box. So now I can just pop this open, set it off to the side. I'm probably going to be dumping most of them out anyways as I'm searching for things, but they all fit in there. And it's just really the perfect size for right here. It's flush, it fits, you can still have room to get your fingers around and pull it out. All right, so again, everything mostly is where I think Pandasaurus intended it to be, but these, you can see, are cut out, and the way that they have the bracing here, these boards are meant to be here, but they also are meant to have something to butt up against so that they're not just sliding this way. So what I've actually done is piled these up here a little bit higher, piled this one so that it's level, creates a flush surface, but then I bagged up my large carnivores and put them in this well. If you even everything out, if you reduce some of these and drop them in here like so, and you do something like this, then when you put these down, they all end up sliding like this. And I'm worried they're going to get bent. So it actually behooves me to pick these back up, spread these out, divvy them up, make nice tall stacks on each of these 3 things. Here we go. They're all nice and set and neat. And now when I put these in, they're not going to budge at all. That gives me a wide open space right here to store something in, and these fit. Now you could probably figure out a way to maybe just get the carnivores all in here and get the herbivores in there, switch them around, who knows. But again, since you're pulling out specific ones, it's nice that these are screen printed, but it's also a little bit of a pain when you are looking for, say, Gigantosaurus, and you have to find like one of these. So they're going to end up being spread all over the table anyways. I have my death tokens here and my metal coins here. Obviously, if you just had the retail version of the game, you would replace your, put your cardboard money there. And that's it. So again, it's really essentially just adding these 5 of these technically, if you want to put your boredom tokens in one, because this one fits so nicely here. But this is the key, not having to find a spot for this stuff. This makes it super easy to hand out and get people started setting up their player area. You could use this, or you could not. You could just do 2 baggies in here and it would be much more space. You wouldn't have to feel like you had to fiddle with everything to get it laying perfectly. 2 fit in here nicely. I just happen to like to be able to pull out one box like this and get to my round summary cards, things like that. It was just too perfect of a setup to pass, but you could essentially, do something like this, have the other one there, and then put the 3rd one here. So really, the only must-have, in my opinion, is get you a pack of these from Amazon. It's like $8, $9 for a 12-pack, something like that. You'll use the other ones, I promise. And there you go. So that is my storage solution for Dinosaur World. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. If you are interested in figuring out how to purchase a lot of this stuff from Amazon, there are links in the description below. They are not affiliate links, so use them if you want. I won't feel bad if you do. I'll also include the links for the 3-ounce jars for the expansion material. So if you're interested in more videos like this in the future, please consider subscribing to the channel. This is my favorite videos to make, are these storage solution videos. I almost always store a game, figure out how I'm going to store it before I play it the first time. So this was Dinosaur World. This will work for both the Kickstarter and the retail edition, but it's just the base box. So once again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.